guys, welcome back to a new video. If you're new here, my name is Anushka. Today we have a cooking video, I would say. I made Kaju Katli, and if you don't know what Kaju Katli is, it's like a cashew fudge. I'm so shocked that I was able to do this for the first time because it's so fudgy, it's so chewy, and it's literally perfect. The recipe is so easy, and yeah, I'm going to show you guys how I made this. So make sure to stay tuned and keep watching. Okay, so you're going to need 1 cup of sugar, 2 cups of cashew nuts, and half a cup of water. And I borrowed some ghee and some cardamom powder from my mom, so thanks to her for that because I literally had none. So you want to blend your cashew nuts in a grinder, and you want to try and get this as fine as possible because you're then going to need to sift the kind of powder. And to be honest, I found this part really difficult because it's already kind of oily, so it's kind of clogging up my sieve. So I would say just use your hand, don't use a spatula, and just take your time. It does take a while. So once you have that fine powder, you're going to mix your sugar and water on a pan. Let it boil, I would say, for like 5 minutes on low to medium heat, and you want this stringy consistency when you put it between your fingers. I then added in the cashew nut powder. Now I will leave the link to the recipe that I followed in the info box. It didn't really mention the heat, so I just kept it on low to medium, to be honest, and cooked this for a while. I added in 1 tablespoon of ghee and a couple of pinches of cardamom powder. The recipe says I think 1/4 teaspoon, and yeah, just give this a stir. And I cooked this until you could see that the paste was holding its shape, I would say. And then you want some baking paper, put some ghee all over it and pour the paste onto the baking paper. And to be honest, this is the fun part. You just have to keep playing around with the paste until it becomes a dough. It needs to cool down, and be really careful because this is so hot. But yeah, just keep playing around with it with the spatula. And then I used the baking paper sheet to fold it in between my hands because this is super hot, guys. So be careful if you're going to do this. And as the paste cools down, it starts to get thicker, and eventually you're going to end up with a ball of dough, really. And you want to just kind of roll it into a ball and flatten it slightly. Grab your rolling pin and start rolling it flat. Obviously you need to put baking paper on top because this stuff's super sticky, but yeah, don't do it too thick, I would say. If you do mess up, you can always roll it back into a bowl and re-flatten it, re-roll it out. But yeah, I would say like a centimeter thick, I would say. Don't quote me on that. But you don't want it too thick because it's just too much in one bite, I would say. And then for this part, for the cutting bit, you can use a ruler, but I just eyeballed it, and as you can see, like, I straightened out the edges and then I kind of cut out these diamond shapes. Now before cutting, you can put the silver foil, but I literally couldn't find the silver foil anywhere, not in my local Tesco or even Amazon, and I feel like it was so overpriced, so I just went plain. Obviously it would have been much better with the silver foil, but I couldn't get it anywhere, guys. So yeah, that's the final result. I hope you guys do try this out. If you do, let me know in the comments below. Let me know how you got on with it, but this stuff is so yummy. I'm addicted.